Is that other one my Melly Mel? They just joined. Go back up here. All right, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Heart to Heart with Lady Love. I think I kicked my camera here. There we go. That's much better. Can you hear me? Can't hear me? Okay. Oh, okay. So, welcome to another episode of Heart to Heart with Lady Love. We are in the Rabbit Hole series, and I hope all of you beautiful souls are having a fabulous day on purpose, of course, as always. So, tonight's theme is loss. Dealing with loss. So loss isn't just about death, it's about anything that changes who you are. About anything that changes who you are. So I honor my grief. I give myself permission to heal. And my tears are sacred and they are part of my healing process. And I would invite you to do the same thing. And to have those things for yourself as well. Loss isn't always loud. It can be a divorce, lost dreams, or an identity shift. Loss is any moment when the familiar disappears. What have you lost that the world didn't see, but your soul still carries? What have you lost that the world didn't see, but your soul still carries? Think about that for a moment. For me, I'm continuing to open up with my process of the rabbit hole, losing my daughter and my grandmother within 9 months apart of each other, my world didn't pause. Remember, I told you I kicked into survival mode. So my world didn't pause, but my soul did. Does that make sense? My soul did. This is when I fell really into the hole, as I spoke about last week. And now I am processing the hole that I talked about. It's like, okay, bam, okay, I'm in this hole. And now I'm trying to figure out how to maneuver through the hole. So who are you with what you've lost? So I'm in the hole and I'm thinking, okay, my daughter's gone, my grandmother's gone. So who am I now? And that hole is what brings that to the forefront for you and for your reality. Who are you now? You know, one of the things that we tend to want to do is to get back to who we were. Well, who we were included the loss. So who I was the mother of Brittany and caregiving for my grandmother. And I had them in my world. You know, I could see them, touch them, talk to them, and they were there. So I can't come back to being who I used to be. You have to become a new you, and that new you includes your memories of them. This is one of the important reasons why I mentioned about don't take life for granted. Don't take your family members for granted. As I mentioned before, death doesn't discriminate. I lost my daughter and my great-grandmother, 2 different age scales. So death definitely does not discriminate. And on that side of my family, it's just my grandmother, my dad, myself, and my daughter. And now it's just my dad and I left on that side of the family. So make sure that you're building those memories, because that is what's going to be a part of the new you that you're going to bring to the world. And that rabbit hole can be teaching you that. It can teach you that. So you don't rush to fix it. You just feel it. And when my world came down and I came out of survival mode and moved into this lost mode of what is this place? Why am I here? How did I get here? Now I'm into the what do I do now mode. Now that I'm down here, I want to get back up there where the world is, where my life is, where others are looking for me to be, where I want to be. And it just looks so far away. It's like I see it, but yet I am under layers of depression and the cycle of being in this rabbit hole. So in the rabbit hole, hey sis, you have to not rush it, just feel it. And of course, we want to run from pain. Who wants to endure pain? Nobody. So we can run. We're running in the survival mode, and then we're running in the I don't want to process this mode, and then we can be running in all kind of different reasons and justifications, and we're just moving, okay? But once we're in that rabbit hole, don't rush the process. Don't fix it. You can't fix it. You have to feel it. What if this season is revealing what you still carry? Think about the things that we may still be carrying, and we're going to carry things from day to day as long as we're in this world, aren't we? Absolutely. So with that being said, I want you to know that you are seen and you are just fine if you're in the rabbit hole. It's okay. Process it. You matter, your feelings matter, and no one has the right to judge you. Let's talk about that part. No one has the right to judge you, but they will do it all the time. So don't worry about it. And I heard, my girl Lisa Nichols, she always says too, and I think her mom told her that, or grandmother, we pass on good information. And she mentioned, it is none of your business what other people think about you. She said, what you worrying about them for? That is none of your business. Mind your business. It's like, you really have to think about that. So, hey, got you. So don't worry about what people may be thinking about you. So with all of this, if that speaks to you, I want to share more about loss and how we can process it as well, because it's amazing how we may feel that we have let go of something, but we still have it. And it's not the problem of having it, it is what to do with what you have from it. Remember, it's all new. You haven't felt this before in this particular situation. Brittany was my only child. And sometimes I say, was my only child? Is my only child? Because sometimes I juggle with that. I'm like, okay, I'm still her mother. So do I say used to? Do I still say this? And guess what? It doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel that comes out at the time that it comes out. And I promise you, it is going to be okay. Okay? I want to, let's see if I have my other note process that I wanted here. So with the other things that I wanted to mention about loss is everyone is going to experience it differently. And I'm trying to find the words that I want to use to describe, like, because sometimes we, like I said, we can think of loss as just family or the grief, but it can apply to anything that is of value, that was a part of your core of who you are. You know, it could have been your lifelong goals or dreams or things that you were hoping to go in one direction, losing your job, being falsely accused of something. Those kind of things can cause you grief. And then you have a sense of loss. What is the sense of loss? It's the identity. Like, who am I now? Like, what do I do from here? And that's something that takes a minute to process. And it can also be an ongoing process. It's not like a one and done, okay, I fixed this now. As long as we're living and breathing, each day is a gift from God. Each day is going to have its own anxieties, which that's what he says. Therefore, it's not about fixing it, as I said. It's about how to embrace it into your life. Just like I talk about with the book, How to Love Stress and Live Longer. That is how we respond. What is the stress? Life. You can sum it up in one word, life. If you look stress up in the dictionary, it should just say life. Okay? Because we're going to catch it from all kind of ends. Life is a learning experience. It's filled with the choices that we get to make. We aren't, God didn't design us as robots. We have a conscience. That's why we're able to make choices, just like we choose as to whether we're going to serve him or not. Jehovah doesn't make you serve him. What does he need to do that for? It's a choice. So never forget that. And then, of course, with the choices that we make, we have to deal with the consequences, right? We have to reap what we sow, and then sow some more. Learn from it, sow something else. But the process, what you may lose along the way, is where our grief and the other feelings come in at. You know, we talk about anger. That's a very familiar word and emotion. We see it out in the world every day. More so than we see compassion. More so than we see courtesy. You know, I don't know what has happened with courtesy. Hey, Melly Mel, that's just when you see it, you be thankful for it, because it's becoming a rare thing. But that's for another episode. But getting back to the emotions, depression, grief, those things are emotions as well, but we don't put it in that category like we do happy, angry, mad, and sad. But they are. And all of them are associated with feelings. Therefore, there's a process that we can go through individually to respond to whatever the things that we begin to feel, versus reacting to them and just doing the first thing that comes up in our head to handle how we may be feeling. Okay, so think about that. And think about the things that you have lost that you may have on the back burner, that you may still need to process. for you to become a better you, for you to grow and blossom. And then you can open your heart, as I have, to share with others that may have had a similar loss or situation that put them in depression, that they can't cope with, whatever the case may be, because we're all here to help each other. Regardless of what people may want to say, do, think, believe, if we were meant to just do it all by ourselves, we wouldn't need but one person here. Okay? At the end of the day, when you think about it, right? So the courtesy of allowing people to grieve and allowing people to process their depression without being labeled. But guess what? The labeling is okay too, because what other kind of labels do we have out there? Oh, they crazy, they cuckoo, they this, they that. But again, don't be worried about what other people think about you. That is not your business. Your business is for you to get right, for you to thrive. Because all the other stuff, it's going to be here. It's not going anywhere. I promise you that. It's not going anywhere. You have to go somewhere. Okay? And you can't get there with baggage holding you down, with heartfelt feelings that you have not processed. It's not going to let you go. It's going to be hard to grow that way. And that's why I'm here to do what I do. And that's why I'm also looking forward to, Lord, Nat, why is Nat in here? He must be depressed. He's going to be depressed. He keep messing with me. So make sure that you honor your grief, right? Know that I'm here to help. And as you know, my target too are our children. Children. They go through some of these exact same emotions. And think about us as adults and how we cope. And what do we think a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Do you see where I'm going with this? They're trying to cope with some of the same feelings. Who do they go to? Who's helping them? That's where I come in. That's where I love on kids, because they are still the next generation. And for them to grow up in such a harsh environment, we know it's going to go from bad to worse. That's biblical. However, the choices and those that want to be an exception to the rule, to go against the grain, that's that special somebody that has more to give, more concerned about the well-being of others than the destruction of them. And our young ones need us. So parents, be looking forward to things where I'm going to be doing workshops for kids, workshops for parents, because it all comes into one. It's taking that village. You know, I'm the social emotional learning specialist at my new school, where I told you I have my Ram babies and my Oliver babies, in which I call them my Scoliver babies, Scott Rams and Oliver Eagles. What are they? I think they're the Eagles. All I know is they my babies. So this is my connection for that, to that. And I would like to do workshops at churches, because parents need to know not only how to cope with their grievances and depression and emotions and feelings, but so do the children, and how to do that for your children. Because you got to remember, none of us have done this before. You have not done any of this before, okay? Therefore, you have to be open. You have to be willing to accept help. You have to be willing to grow together. And if you do that, you will be able to take off some of those shackles, kick your feet loose, and go help somebody else to do the same thing. Know how much I love you. Know how much I look forward to this. And I want to, in closing, give yourself permission to go through the process. Don't try to fix it. Sit in it so that you can find yourself and clear the smoke so you can really see what's going on. That's still in that hole. So next week, we're going to talk about the healing process in going through our identity. The new identity to rebuild who you are without the titles. And what do I mean by the titles? Well, I'm still a mother, but she's not here, but I still have that title, but my daughter's not here to call me, hey, Mom, I need this, this, and this. You follow what I'm saying? And my grandmother, I'm not going to hear her say, granddaughter, I need you to do blah, blah, blah. You follow? So that's what I mean by the title. Or should I just say without that person, without that situation? Because again, it doesn't always have to be about death that we're grieving about. That loss of that job, even for myself, I was accused of something that really hit my core. Even though it was all a lie, it hurt. And that's something else that I grieve about, in addition to the loss of my daughter and my grandmother. That makes sense? And I grieve about watching children go through what they go through when I'm at school and I can see kids come in and I can see the depression. I can see them trying to figure out what it is that they're feeling because all they know how to do is be mad. And you have to get to the root. Same thing as we do as adults. Okay? So we're going to work on that identity of, in that rabbit hole, you've processed how I've gotten here, why I'm here, I'm accepting this, and now I'm looking up and I'm looking to create the new me with my grief, my loss, and all being a part, because now it's a part of you, but it's not who you are. So where do you fit it into your life to move forward? Not be stagnant, because we can always go backwards. Backwards is kind of going back in that rabbit hole and not coming out. Okay? That's a process. However, you got to start with an identity. You're still in there identifying, but you're there, but now you're kind of seeing the ladder, or I should say like some handlebars kind of on the side it was so dark that you couldn't even see. Oh, I got some handlebars over here. That can help me. I can use that. Okay. And then you may hold on and be like, okay, they too hard. I can't do this. It's okay. And you'll learn more about that. But we're going to talk about that identity on our next episode. And I am looking forward to that. And until we get to that episode, let's make sure that we are striving, growing, and rebuilding ourselves. So let's keep living, keep loving and healing on purpose. See you next week. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. I love you. See you next week. Hey. Thank you, Melly Mel. I love you. Love you, sis. And remember, this will be uploaded to YouTube. And the YouTube channel, I got to put all my other stuff in place like I thought I had. Okay, so Heart to Heart with Lady Love at gmail.com if you want to email me something or get with me that way. You can also visit my website, ladyleespeaks.com, and the YouTube channel. Heart to Heart with Lady Love is the YouTube channel, and I'm working on getting it more, I forget what they call it. I'm learning all this technical stuff, but where it's easy to find. But see you next. Thank you. Accessible. Love you. Bye-bye.